treatment stage. If you have a horse that's really well behaved, you may be able to get a high concentration of Epsom salt in some warm water and have a low bucket or a feed tub that you fill up to just above the level of the coronary band, and you get them to stand in that for 10 to 15 minutes a couple times a day. Can help the abscess to mature. Alternatively, if your horse isn't going to stand very well for that, we can put a wrap on their foot that's kind of has a constant drawing action, which is what I'm going to show you how to do here. So we just need 4 items here. I've got some handy duct tape. I have some 4x4s. You can use a diaper as well. I'm going to use a little bit of vet wrap, and I've got some Epsom salt poultice. You can also use Ixamol is another option that's out there. So what I'm going to do, what I've started here is the fastest way, if they're not super happy standing, is to get, I do usually kind of 12 to 15 inch lengths of duct tape and overlap them by half. So I've gotten the first half of this. For your average size horse, it takes about 4 strips, and it depends on the size of your horse. So I'm going to get another 4 strips and lay them perpendicular to make kind of an X here. Once again, I want to overlay each of these by about half, because this is going to make us be able to do a pretty quick wrap. And then I usually like to have an extra 1 to 2 strips ready to go. And the easiest thing for me is to just put them directly onto my leg. So they're handy. So what I'm going to do here, I've got my Epsom salt paste open. I'm going to take my 4x4s here, and I'm going to cover the area where she said she was painful. So in this case, it was the inside of the heel and kind of across the sole. And I'll put a 4x4 there to kind of keep it in place. And I'll also, secondarily, put some more on the coronary band in those areas. If I can get it to cooperate. Because sometimes it ends up coming out at the coronary band. Once I've got those in place, that's when I'm going to do just a little bit of vet wrap, just to kind of keep this on the area I want it to be in. I'm just going to go across the heel, around the coronary band, across the other heel. This was just a partial roll of vet wrap. And then this is where the beauty of the duct tape 4x4s is going to come in. You see that kind of makes a square in the center. You lay that square right over the middle of the horse's foot, wrap up each side, wrap up the front, wrap up the heel, and your boot is in place. I oftentimes think about locking it in place by sticking one piece over the heel, and oftentimes I'll end up sticking another piece over the front because it sometimes doesn't quite all meet there. So hopefully this gives her a little bit of padding and also has the poultice as a constant drawing agent to encourage the, what I'm assuming is an abscess to come out. If this isn't getting significantly improved in 5 to 7 days, that's the point at which I would end up doing x-rays on her if I wasn't getting improvement. And it doesn't have to be 100%, but improving. Then you take some x-rays to make sure that there isn't anything going on inside the foot. But this is the initial management of what's likely a hoof abscess and or a bruise.